Green Home Grant vouchers. The Green Home Grant, oh, what a terrible name. Hey, what's up? My name's Samuel Leeds, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Green Home Grant vouchers. These are vouchers that the government are giving to English landlords and homeowners that you can spend on your home or on your property investment to make it more green. Now, of course, I'm not talking green physically, I'm talking make it more energy efficient. This is to help with the insulation of the property, also to help lower the carbon dioxide in the home. And you might think, I don't really care about insulation and carbon dioxide, but actually, if you insulate your property better, it's going to mean that you could save up to around about £600 per year on energy bills, because the EPC, the Energy Performance Certificate, is going to improve, and it's just going to become a more energy efficient property. Now, you might think, I don't care, I'm a landlord. I don't have to pay the bills. My tenants pay the bills in the house. But I wouldn't probably be greedy like that, because if you improve the house, if you make it a better, more efficient property to live in, then the tenants are going to be happier. They're going to want to stay there longer. So it just generally does make sense. So this government grant to make houses more green is, I think, a really good thing. Now, it might not apply to you. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. So let's talk a little bit about what it is so you can decide if it's worth applying for or not. The first thing to know is that you could get up to £5,000 given to you as a voucher to put towards improving your home, the insulation, or to reducing the carbon dioxide. Now, the vouchers, you can't just, if you were given £5,000 as a voucher, you couldn't just go and spend that on improving your home. It would have to be particular type of improvements, which are about insulation, improving EPC, and that's quite strict guidelines. And also, you would have to put some of your own money in as well. What they're saying is that the vouchers will cover up to 2/3, not up to, I think just 2/3 of the work. So in other words, to get £5,000, you'd have to spend about £7,500, maybe just over, to be able to use the £5,000. If the work was only £5,000, if my maths is correct, that'd give you around about £3,000, 2/3, to put towards the total amount. So you are going to have to put a little bit of your own money in, so there's going to be a little bit of skin in the game. Now, you can get these vouchers immediately, and you can get them from the gov.uk website. I'll put a link in the description where it has all of the details where you can apply to actually get one of these vouchers and get one of these grants to go and start doing work on the property. If you do get a voucher, you have to apply. Once you've received the voucher, you have to carry out the work by March 31st, 2021. So you can apply for the voucher now, and then you've got to go and get the work done. Now, should you even do this? What exactly can you do in the property? Now, I'm speaking mostly to landlords and property investors. If you're a homeowner, you can, of course, do this as a homeowner. In fact, if you're a homeowner and you are on any kind of benefits, you can apply up to £10,000 grant from the government. So it's slightly different if you're a homeowner than if you are a landlord. Also, if you're a landlord, the property has to be in England. So sorry to my folks who are listening who are outside of England. This is for people that own houses in England only. And if you're EPC at the moment, I mean, every house has to have an Energy Performance Certificate. And just to rent out a house, at the absolute worst, it needs to be, I think it's E. If it's worse than E, if your Energy Performance Certificate is an F, or worse than that, you cannot rent out that property as a buy-to-let. If it's an E, it's pretty bad. So what they're saying is if it's worse than an E, forget it. You're on your own. If it's an E or above, we can help you, and we can help you improve it to maybe a C or a B or maybe even an A, which is going to mean that the property's running really, really, really efficiently. So what makes properties run efficiently? So there's two main things. So there's the primary things that you need to do, which is basically insulation. Maybe insulate the floor, underneath the floor. Insulate the walls. Cavity wall insulation, roof insulation, loft or bedroom or room in a loft insulation to insulate the roof, whether it be a pitched roof or whatever kind of roof it is. This is insulation. That's the primary cause. They are looking for you to put some form of this insulation into the property. But then, if you're doing that, you can then use the grant to get secondary issues, which might be even things like double glazing. So if your house hasn't got double glazing, if it's just single glazed, you'll be able to apply for double glazing, but only if you use the grant to get a primary insulation done as well. By the way, I know this sounds really complicated. I'm going to be pointing you to a website where you can put your postcode in, and it's really straightforward, and it will show you exactly what your property might need and whether you are eligible or not. And I'm afraid if I was the government, I'd make things really simple and it would be really clear. Whenever the government give out free money, they always make it really, really hard. And they make it very specific and very hard. But if you go for a primary, put your grant towards one of the primary issues, you can then put it towards secondary as well. The secondary could be windows, it could be doors, having more energy efficient doors, having the water tank thermostat or any of the heating controls improved. That's a secondary thing. So you can put the grant towards the secondary as long as you put it towards one of the primary. So that's a nutshell of what it is. Should you bother with it? Should you do it? I would say yes, if you've got a property that's not that energy efficient and you want to improve it and you've got a few £1,000s of your own money to put towards it, absolutely do it. There's no harm in trying. So my advice would be go down to the website, simpleenergyadvice.org.uk. That is simple. It's not that simple, is it? It's pretty complicated. Simpleenergyadvice.org.uk. And if you go to that, the first thing it will ask you is for your postcode. Put the postcode of the property in mind in. It will then tell you what the EPC is. So you'll be able to see what your current or your most recent EPC certificate was. And then you can fill your details out, answer some questions. It might take 10, 15 minutes, depending if you've got the information to hand. And then it will tell you what you can do in your property, what you're eligible to do. So I would advise to do it. Check it out, go down to the website. I'll leave a link in the description as well. And guys, I'm always here every single day to give out property tips, the news, what's going on with the economy, and how you can not only save money as a property investor or landlord, but also make a lot of money as well. So if you like this video, if you find my channel helpful, please do me a massive favor and smash the like button. And of course, subscribe for more top tips and video updates coming every single day. Subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks so much.